Hello, everyone, and welcome to Streetwise Live. Have you noticed a jump in your bills lately? We are now seeing the biggest surge in prices in over a decade. Inflation is alive and well. Today, find out why high-grade silver may be a great place to put your money. Well, Reyna Silver Corp is a silver exploration company with a portfolio of silver assets in Mexico and the United States. The company was built around the Guigui and Batopilas projects in Mexico, which originally were part of MAG Silver's portfolio. Joining us now are Reyna Silver's CEO, Jorge Ramiro Monroy, Reyna's Chief Technical Advisor, Peter McGaugh, and editor of The Mining Speculator, Greg McCoach. Hello to all of you.
Hello, everybody.
Good morning.
So, Greg, I take it you're still feeling bullish about silver. Why do you like it so much?
Yeah, just short and sweet answer. We could talk for hours about this, but the short and sweet answer is just the disastrous monetary policies of the U.S. government and the Federal Reserve, specifically the shameful deficit spending and the currency devaluation of the U.S. dollar. Although things seem quiet right now, some would say, oh, precious metals are boring. Does it look like the Fed can continue to just keep creating money out of thin air and creating this bull market environment forever? That's the big question. I say absolutely no. And silver is grossly undervalued compared to other asset classes around the world for investment purposes. So I say silver is the number one place to look right now for undervalued investment.
Okay, I'm sure Jorge likes hearing that. Jorge, tell us about the drilling that Reyna has been doing lately and why that's so significant.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Look, we're exploring two district-scale projects, two historic projects. At Guigui, we're just giving the finishing touches to a 12,000-meter drill campaign. We should be completing that in the next few weeks and releasing results soon after that. Peter will tell us a little bit about Guigui. And then about Batopilas, we started last month, another 10,000 meters of drilling, the highest grade silver mine in the history of Mexico. But the main message here is over the next from now until the end of the year, we're going to have a constant flow of news release and drill results. So please do stay tuned and follow the progress of our company.
Okay, Peter, these days everyone's talking about district scale. What does that mean exactly?
Well, district scale fundamentally just means big. It means that for every ore system has a center and an area of influence. If you control the district, you control the center and you control the entire area of influence. So the idea is you're not finding a mine or a piece of a mine. You're potentially finding multiple mines that will give you multi-decades of potential for exploitation.
Okay, now Greg, as a newsletter writer, how do you go about making a recommendation like Reyna Silver? And do you think they're undervalued?
Yeah, I go through a process, a filter system that I use, and it's basically going down and seeing here's all the boxes I want to see checked. And in the case of Reyna Silver, they check these boxes in an amazing way. And so it's so easy to make a recommendation like this. But just as an example, Peter just talked about district scale. High grade situations. This is where the investor interest is, especially in a place like Mexico with a guy like Peter McGaugh who's done it before. I've made money with Peter before. I follow people who are mine finders. You handicap your odds for success as a newsletter writer when you follow companies like this. So it doesn't guarantee success, but it's certainly the odds of Reyna hitting a good drill hole is very, very high in my view. And that's why I follow them, and it's such an easy one to recommend. So,
okay, now Peter, everyone talks about high grade. So what does that mean to you?
Well, high grade means to me something that makes a whole lot more money than it costs to get something out of the ground. Not just a little more. It's all a question of how do you clear the bar? You clear the bar by an inch? Do you clear the bar by a couple of feet? And I'm shooting for a couple of feet. I'm looking for something that's high enough grade that it'll live through whatever rises and falls there are in the price. I mean, big point is inflation. The other side of that may affect the price of silver, but it will also affect the cost of operations. So we're going to see the cost of mining go up. So what you want is something that more than clears the bar now. And as the price of silver goes up, assuming it does that, then you ought to see that profitability maintained. You don't want to be sitting around looking at a project that goes, when silver gets to X price, this will become economic. You want to be economic now, and you want to be very economic now. That's what high grade means.
Okay, Jorge, next question for you. Reyna Silver recently began trading in the United States on the OTCQX Best Market. How big a deal is that? And what are the catalysts for the stock in the next few months?
Yeah, I know it's something that's very exciting for us because there is such a big interest for silver in the U.S. It was an opportunity for us, really a request from investors who wrote to us and asked us if there's a possibility to list in an upgrade to the OTCQX so that we could have more access and a much more easy way to buy our shares. The U.S. market is a tremendous interest in silver, so we're delighted to be there. The catalyst for our stock to watch the progress of our Gigi drilling program. We'll complete 12,000 meters in the next few weeks, and then the 10,000 meters that we'll be drilling at Batopilas. Really, as Greg was mentioning, these are two historic projects. Both of them have already that high-grade silver, historic production within the district. Mag Silver did explore these projects and has validated a lot of the concepts that we're now, for the first time in a dedicated company, pursuing under Peter's guidance.
Peter, you talk about high margin focus. What does that mean, and why is that different from what everyone else says?
Well,
That's your phone, Peter.
no.
That's
No.
my
Oh, Greg. That's okay.
My phone
It
is.
happens. It's live.
Yes. Yeah. When we talk about margin, we're really talking about a combination of size and grade and profitability. I mean, margin is how much money are you likely to make and how long are you going to make it for? So what I like to focus on is deposits that are high enough grade to make money under the worst conditions and big enough so that they have a good profit margin for at least 2 market cycles. So if you can cover the worst possible case and your investors can sleep at night, then the rest of the time you can party all night because you're making lots of money. And it's all about creating wealth. It's not about hitting one drill hole that gives you good results. It's about making big discoveries. It's just as much trouble to build or find a small mine as a big mine. So you might as well shoot big. And that's what we're trying to do. We're looking for multi-generational profitable mines.
I'm sure Jorge is feeling the same way right now. Hey, Greg, do you still think precious metals are the safest place to invest? And what are potential upsides for Reyna Silver that you can see?
Well, yeah, no, I'm a precious metals bull. I love silver. I love gold. I think silver is the more undervalued of the two right now. And I think we're going to play catch up at some point. The world seems uninterested still. I think the inflationary environment that is happening is only going to get worse. And I can't say the exact timing, but this precious metals market is going to surprise people. The moves that are going to happen are going to actually shock the general investor world. And these bubble markets, as many refer to that as the everything bubble, the real estate bubble, this general stock market bubbles, I don't think they can be sustained with just the Fed pumping in 120 billion a month just to keep these things going. It's insane. We're doing things that make absolutely no sense and cannot be sustained. So this moment is coming when precious metals are going to break out big time. And I think Reyna Silver is perfectly positioned when that moment happens. It could start at any day, any week, any month here. I'm guessing we're going to see a move in the precious metal junior mining stocks this fall. We were hoping for this summer, but that's obviously not happening. But the fall looks like a good moment, and Reyna Silver is greatly undervalued in my view at current prices.
Okay, we'll leave it on that high note. Gentlemen, thank you all very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Reyna Silver is the name of the company. And of course, please subscribe to our channel for the latest market news and do give us a thumbs up. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.